For my money, it's the best time of the year, playoff football time, as postseason action descends upon FedEx Field just outside of D.C. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl, and we've got a classic in store between the Dallas Cowboys and the Washington Commanders. One of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl in 2 weeks' time. Which will it be as we're underway in the NFC title game? And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Two and a throw right away. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down. Brian Burns. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
But they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They're such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Toward the sideline, he will have the 1st down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Devin Lloyd with a pick. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
Yellow, black, red, yellow, blue, white.
After the turnover, it's Tua. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns, now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua, middle of the field to Jefferson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Tua going to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
42 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll drop to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It'll be a gain of 5. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Washington first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's complete left side to Bateman. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
Throwing again on second down. Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and shorted the sticks.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Tua. Man open, it's St. Brown has got it. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays. And there's an example of that right there.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw complete there to St. Brown. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Tua's throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. And just a yard to go here on second down. Tua to throw again. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Brian Burns in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. They've been moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there. And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure, and it was the right call. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Mevis knocks this one through. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
2nd and 5. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
But big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event not getting to them early.
And a nice job there skipping away from the 1 tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 89 yards rushing for him now. A strong performance here this first half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. They'll run with Montgomery. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. David Montgomery taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Commanders are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Out to the right and complete to Pittman. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. He's got the first down and more. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. David Montgomery with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Let's go. Right through.
From midfield, here's Tua. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Tua, the final shot before half. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 34-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation to kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way. and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 122 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. And this is good for a first down. His 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Tua now on first down. Target is to Dotson, and he's got him. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards. Second down at the 22-yard line.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Brian Burns make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ballgame.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, sack on 3rd down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
A big boot that time, 57 yards the official distance. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. Well, there were about 70,000 that were quickly calling for that flag. It comes out there for pass interference.
And what do you think, partner? A little sarcasm in that cheering from this crowd here tonight. What they're hoping now is to build a little momentum off of it and give a more genuine reason to cheer down the road.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark it down at the 9. 155 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Hurry!
They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Hurry!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead here to 17-6.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Tua sets up to pass it. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Brian Burns, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. After the sack on 1st down, Tua, that's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Ready. Black open.
4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Tua. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Cowboys 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick-6 for a Washington touchdown. But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick-6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick-6?
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Running left, Montgomery. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
This one swung out to Montgomery. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Here we go, back.
Now a give running left with Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
That's good hard running right there on 1st and goal. That gets him down to the 2 and puts a lot more pressure on that defense.
Here's a quick throw right side. Touchdown Washington. Michael Pittman. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Tua going to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Ready?
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Montgomery running right. Room here to run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hit.